Chris here from Universal Orlando Tips and Tricks. Today I'm talking about foods and drinks and things that you're able to bring into Universal Orlando. Now, many people know that have been to Universal Orlando, you're going to hit screening points before you're actually able to hit the actual parks, whether it be Volcano Bay, whether it be Universal Orlando, or Islands of Adventure, or even City Walk. Now, these things are going to change once Halloween Horror Nights hits, so I will do another video related to that once we have that happen. One of the things that you need to remember is that you're allowed to bring food and drinks into the park. There's no issues with that at all. You could bring sandwiches, you could bring chips, you could bring fruit, you could bring all kinds of things. The only things that Universal Orlando asks that you don't bring is anything related to alcoholic beverages are not allowed that are in cans or in bottles. Those are not allowed to come into the parks. Also, glass bottles, regardless of what's in them, are not allowed in the park either. Do not bring any glass bottles. Some types of bug sprays are not allowed in the park. So if you go through screening, they probably will not let you bring that into the park. Obviously, the obvious when you're going through screening: no knives, no guns, no weapons. All those are prohibited items that are not allowed. That includes pepper spray. That also includes other items that may be considered weapons as well at their discretion. So be cautious on that. Follow the rules that are listed online. Hard coolers are not allowed in the park either. So if you're planning on bringing a cooler, make sure that's a soft bag cooler. Because if you bring any type of hard cooler, you're automatically going to be turned back around and they're going to require you put it back in your vehicle. Also, foam coolers are not going to be allowed in the park either. So remember all those things. Now, there are lines for wagons and double strollers. So pay attention to that. Usually, if you're going through the main Universal Orlando hub, it's going to be either lane 1, 7, or 10. Sometimes they switch it up. Just pay attention to the video screen up above the lanes, and it'll show a wheelchair emblem, and that's where you can actually fit that type of item through there. Now, there has been some questions and debates on that. Now, there are cooler sizes listed online, but that won't affect anything at all. Just remember that you can't bring any hard coolers, any foam coolers. Make sure that if you're bringing cans, it's only like water or soda or seltzer water. And if you're planning on bringing water, because I know Perrier will actually carry sometimes their water in glass bottles instead of plastic bottles, just make sure that it's not a glass bottle. They can tell that on the screen, and they will stop and ask you to finish that or throw it away. I know Starbucks sells the Frappuccino bottles, and a lot of people try to bring those into the park, and you're going to be turned away or asked to drink it and toss it before being allowed past the screening checkpoint. I hope that helps everybody, because I know there's a lot of questions on what you can and can't bring into the park. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I know that when you read the rules online, sometimes they're a little confusing. So I hope that helps you at all. Please stay tuned for the next video that'll drop down here on Universal Orlando Tips and Tricks, and have a great one.